Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody had a lovely, lovely, lovely Thanksgiving holiday. I hope you're still enjoying your time off for those who have a time off. Yo, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up on your girl Mickey Truth. We about to go live, but before we get started, yo, Hookah, what it do?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Hookah Anonymous, and you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.
Hey, my bad. Y'all, I'm over here talking talking on mute. What it do, what it do? Good morning, good morning. Ty, what's up? So I was supposed to actually be live on my other page, but I didn't set something up right, so I can't go live on that today. I got to wait until like tomorrow. So with that being said, I still decided just to go ahead and hold on real quick. Okay, I thought I had some other stuff. Okay. It's I knew when I drop, anytime I drop anything related to King Von, Lil Durk, anything like that, it's always a lot of, different things that said. Now, don't get it confused, okay? In the beginning, I was just like everybody else, like what they put out originally, like that's what we had to go on. But at this point, so much stuff has came out. I'm surprised to see the narrative is still there, all the questions is still there, right? Now, y'all already know, shout out to everybody that be in my comment section. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wholeheartedly don't feel like all y'all are trolls. I really feel like some of y'all in your mind really believe some of the stuff, and that's why you come across the way you do. But at the same time, it be kind of funny to see a lot of the things that people say, especially when you start saying, well, what's a fact and what's not a fact, because in actuality, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it's not technically a fact what you're saying too. And see these people, what? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, I'm looking at comments still. Give me a second. Let me approve these comments real quick. People just, it'd be funny. I gotta reply to this one real quick. What are you talking about? I just got started with that. A link, man. I think that's how you spell it. But that's not how you spell it, then nowhere. All right. I guess I can bring that up too. Um uh, all right. So y'all know I'm working on one computer. I should have came in on the other one. Zaria, what to do? All right, y'all. So this is the time. Y'all got questions. Y'all want to talk about this situation. Y'all got questions for me as far as my interpretation of it. Because I see a lot of people in the comments under that video. I just actually dropped it not too long ago. Some of y'all may not even have the chance to watch it. But a lot of people are saying, hey, that ain't what the stuff say. You reaching, you pulling shit out your ass. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let me go live. I haven't been live on YouTube in like a week or so, probably a little less than that. But anyway, but I am live on Rumble. If you have not, make sure you tap in with me on Rumble. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Rumble. Shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube. I'm trying to get better with being able to go back and forth between the comments because they don't pop up in the same way like it was when I'm just on one or the other. Now, let's just talk about it. What do we actually know when it comes to King Von's murder? Like, for real, what do we actually know? And I'm talking about public, okay? Now, I'm talking about people that's connected to the situation or whatever. I'm talking about publicly. What do we know? So let's just start with that. If we just do, let's just do King Von. Y'all excuse the kids. I got a house full of kids in the background. Let's just King Von murder. All right, that's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna put that. And let's see what pops up. 2020, 2020, 2023, 2020, 2020. So it's really not a lot of stuff, but let's see what was said in the beginning. Let's do CNN. Rapper King Von was one of two people fatally shot Friday during an early morning exchange of gunfire outside of an Atlanta hookah lounge, authorities said. 4 other people were wounded by gunfire, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which was investigating the shooting because police officers ended up firing their weapons. 2 groups of men argued in the parking lot around 3:30 a.m. The shots were fired, authorities said. An off-duty Atlanta police officer who was working at the Monica Hookah Lounge and an officer who was patrolling nearby confronted the gunmen and shots were fired during that encounter, police said. At this time, our investigation believed King Von was shot during the initial shootout between the 2 groups of males prior to the police responding and attempting to stop the shooting. Additionally, King Von was not located at the scene but arrived at a hospital. Who texted me? Arrived at a hospital where I'm at shortly after the shooting via private vehicle. A statement for Atlanta police said the GBI said earlier that 3 people had died, but Atlanta police spokesman said only 2 people died, King Von and another man. Police said they found 3 suspects with gunshot wounds who were taken by ambulance to the hospital. 3 other people went to the hospital in private vehicles, police said. 4 people are being treated in area hospitals. Authorities said 1 is extremely critical and the others are stable, police said. Police said they detained 2 people near the lounge who could face charges. No officers were injured in the incident, according to GBI police. And that goes more into like King Von. All right. So that's the original report by CNN back in 2020. So outside of that, is there anything that we know? Oh, shoot, my bad, y'all. I'm reading it and didn't even share it. My bad. So what I was reading was actually this. I'm not going to read it again, but this is what I was reading. Now, if you pay attention to a lot of the news sites that cite according to or per whatever, it's a link. So we click on this link that says Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Bam. For those who have been following my content, as far as when I speak on this situation, I always go to GBI, which is the website that's linked into the CNN. Now, according to this, okay, this is the 11/9/2020 update, okay? And this is what it says as far as the update on November 9th, 2020. It says, as a result of the Monica Hookah Lounge shootings that took place on Friday, a total of 6 persons were shot, with 2 deceased, not 3 as initially reported. 2 deceased person, Davon Bennett, aka King Von, 26 of Chicago, Mark Blakely, 34 of Chicago. The GBI continues to investigate the use of force involving officers. APD is investigating the homicide. And I'll be honest, that's the very last update that GBI provides. And what you can do, like I showed y'all before, give me 1 sec. I don't know if it's going to pull up my search. So let me see. Ava, what it do? I had a great Thanksgiving, actually. Appreciate you asking. I hope you did too. So let's search. All right, so let me show y'all this. All right, so as y'all see, that's what I put into the search. You just hit search. All right, so this is what pops up. November 9th, 2020, November 9th, 2020, December 31st, 2020, which is, again, officer-involved shootings, right? It's going to pop up with that. But at the same time, it has not been an update since November 9th, 2020 from the GBI. All right, so my question to everybody before we move past this is, based off what we read in the press release, what do we actually know? Like, for real, about the GBI? And this is in regards to those who keep bringing up the police aspect of it, police shots or whatever, right? So again, you know, what do we actually know? You know, what do we know? I'm going to tell you what I gathered from it. That King Von was killed during the initial shooting, right? Even in the GBI report or press release, they don't even say who it was, right? But they do say it happened during the initial shootout. So if we just take what we saw in the video, right? That would, the initial shootout would be when shots first were fired. And according to what we could see, right, in the original video, I'm not going to play it. I can't play it really on YouTube, right? But I can show a still of it. It's Googleable. You can just Google it and it'll pop up. Again, it would be when everything broke out right here. If y'all can see me making a circle. When everything broke out right here, right? The initial shootout. Now, if we pull up, in matter of fact, I think I'm going to go find it. Because I do want to have, the purpose of this live is to have a conversation about it. This is one of those topics that comes out like it's so many different ways and interpretations of it. But at some point, if you don't buy it, that's cool. But you can't say what's a fact and what's not a fact if you ain't really paying attention, right? Because again, like they said, the initial shootout. My interpretation of initial shootout is when the first shot went off. Does anybody have a different interpretation of it? I'm not saying it's going to be wrong, but what is somebody else's interpretation of what initial shooting means? And while I'll give y'all a couple seconds to do that, let me try to find the body cam. Yeah, this is it. All right, hold up. Oh, I need to go into my other account. Hold on, y'all, because this got me watching ads. So let me log into my other page so now I don't have to worry about the ads. All right, shout out to Seti Nash, because that's who page we're going to watch it from. Now, when I did, all right. And matter of fact, thank you, Jarkis. Jarkis, you was one of the ones who Jarkis is in my comments saying I wasn't using common sense. I'm glad you pulled up. All right, so I don't know how long you've been here, but just a quick recap. We have went through the initial reports that, and I'm gonna say major news sites like CNN took. If you go to the link that's right here, right, it's going to take you over to the GBI or Georgia Bureau of Investigation, right? I showed y'all you can actually search the name Davon Bennett, and it's going to pop up in these press releases and even in the officer involved shooting, right? Now, the most final, the final update, and I say final because no other update has came out from the GBI. If you click on it, it says this. This is all they put. They don't even, right? And the update from GBI lists Lil Tim as the shooter in the release from the GBI. Okay. So again, as far as what the GBI has put out, they really hasn't put out much of nothing. Even in the years following, they haven't put out much of nothing. Okay. Now, what to do, Ed Nation? What to do? That's good, Ava. What's up, Bronze? Yeah, I'm trying to get better scrolling through these pages. All right. So again, y'all can't play the video, but I'm gonna ask the question again since I see more people are coming in. The GBI said that King Von was King Von was shot during the initial shootout. My interpretation of what initial shootout is when the very first shot was fired. And I'm asking, does anybody else have a different interpretation of what initial shootout is? Not asking because y'all gonna be wrong. It's just a theory. Does anybody think initial shootout means something else differently than I do? Like I said, I think it means when the first shot rang out. Wherever the first shot ran out, that's where it took place at. All right. So, with that being said, before, and I'm only going off of when I went looking around, has anybody, let me ask y'all this, has anybody prior to me dropping my video in regards to Lil Tim ever seen the original probable cause affidavit for Lil Tim? Did anybody ever see that prior to that? Because to my understanding, nobody ever put it out. But that's just from my understanding. So I'm asking y'all because a lot of y'all will be, looking at different things more than I would have. Does anybody recall seeing the initial report for Lil Tim arrest warrant? All right, so I'm asking that because I just want to know, but we about to get into it either way. All right, so for those who, I'm gonna show this. So this is a certified copy. Okay, well, hold on. We got some people that disagree. What they do, Boredom? So Cover Jewel said initial shootout could be the first set of shots, not just the first shot. Well, I guess we kind of saying the same thing though, Cover Jewel, because the first set of shots would still have to start where the first shot took place if we really think about it. What did do, Goldie? First shot was Lil Tim shooting King Von, and that started the shootout. So can we say it would have been in the time frame on the first shot? Is that what everybody's conclusion is? The initial, let me see what the word said. Let's see, I want to use that word. Where did I see the initial? Now, where did I see that at? Was it in the? And this might be a perfect. Oh no. Yeah, perfect example. Now, y'all see here in the actual press release from the GBI, it don't even say what I just said. So, where the hell did I just see that at? Damn, did I just make that up? Where did I see that at? Oh, here we go. I'm about to say, like, goddamn. I was like, I know I ain't just make that up. Okay. Oh, shoot. Look, I was kind of stressed just now. Like, I know I ain't just make some shit up just now. All right, so it says here. Now they said this is in the police statement, right? A statement from police, Atlanta police. And it says that our investigators believe King Von was shot during the initial shootout between the two groups of males prior to the police responding. So that's where it came from. But in the actual GBI, as I showed, it doesn't say that. But hold on, let me see. Is Atlanta? Let me see if I can find the press release from Atlanta Police Department. And then hold on, did I just see somebody say he emptied the clip? When Tim emptied the clip in him. Okay. I don't know if I agree with the empty the clip. I mean, because if that's the case, let's really talk about it. The coroner said that King Von was hit 4 times. And when you say empty a clip, like, huh? And you do, I'm about to jump ahead, but I don't agree with he empty no clip. I mean, he was only shot 4 times for sure, but we're gonna get into that. Then a guy from behind shot Tim. Okay, we're gonna get into that too. Just give me a second. About to see if I can find the press release. Boom, 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 boom. Damn. Press releases. Which one would it be under? Damn, what zone is that? It's asking me for a zone. Shit, the hell if I know. Let me see. Let's see if I can find out what zone. What's the address? I gotta find a zone. No, even tell me what zone it is. We just about to guess, and it is. Let's try that one. Oh no, we gotta go to archives. Zone 3. Zone 4. Zone 5. Nope. Zone 6. Nope. No. Now I don't see it on here. I'm having to look for that. I'm gonna see if I can find that later, because yeah, that's not turning up what I need to turn up. Because I want to read it for sure. But nevertheless, we're gonna keep it moving. All right. So according to CNN, the police, which I'm not even surprised they would say that, because like I said, this is a certified copy that I have here of the actual original arrest. I'm not gonna show it in full. However, I'm gonna show parts of it. Yeah, because they don't be taking out the info like they supposed to. All right. So I'll make that a little smaller. All right. So if y'all look here, okay, this is the original arrest. Okay, and it says that Timothy Leaks, okay, shot and killed the victim with a handgun. That's what it clearly says right there, right? So that was, again, the narrative that was going. Timothy Leaks shot and killed King Von, because the police report says it. I just showed y'all it said that, right? Now, for those who didn't know, like I told y'all, it was a co-defendant on the original report for those who called it. Another one of Quando Rondo Associates was listed as a co-defendant on Lil Tim's murder arrest. I'm gonna show y'all that. Give me a second. Okay, co-defendant Johnny Harris, who was arrested that night with, guess what? A weapon. He violated his parole because of that, and actually got sent back to prison over that weapon. Okay. All right. Let's get into this here. Now, again, they did not talk to Lil Tim the night of the shooting. He was in the hospital because he got shot. However, according to this is where they got their narrative from, which a lot of y'all probably got y'all narratives from that too. All right. Boom. And I read this in the video already, so I'm not going to go into all the details, but let's, again, I just dropped the video. Now, it says, right, that once the shots were fired, that's when the Atlanta police officer, okay, that was in the area, ran towards the gunfire. At some point in the video, you definitely do see an officer get out the car and have a weapon in his hand, but that was after the shooting of King Von, right? And it says later in the day, a video was posted on social media that showed part of the physical confrontation and the shooting. The video showed Mr. Bennett in a fist fight with a black male that spilled out into the streets. As Mr. Bennett was fighting, he was shot several times by another black male wearing a gray hoodie under a black shirt with a design on the back and black pants, later identified as Timothy Leaks. Let's really talk about that, okay? All right, so let's talk about what I just said. This was filed the date of the murder, okay? And the initial report said that Timothy Leaks, aka Lil Tim, shot King Von multiple times, right? And that's why he was charged with murder, because on the video, he was shot multiple times, right? Now, I'm going to be honest. Originally, I went with that too, okay? Because if, you see some flashes coming out the gun. You do see allegedly King Von falling to the ground and, everything that transpired for that. So I went with that for sure. However, as I said in the video, once you actually look at the autopsy report, it has you to question, really, what do you actually see? Okay, and I'm gonna play my video in a minute, but let me just show y'all again. I just had put this in the other video too. King Von was shot 4 times, 4 entry wounds is what I'm referring to, the entry wounds, right? Now, 1 entry wound, okay, entered the left lateral back, okay, so his left back, and it exited on the right hip, okay. The next one entered the left hip and exit wound buried in surgical incision, okay, so but they did say it's an exit. The third one, entrance in right buttocks, okay, it's entered through the right buttocks. No exit wound is listed. So meaning they have a projectile recovered, okay? And they say it right at C. The fourth one, okay? Again, entered left lateral thigh. Exit on left medial thigh. Came back in, because it's a re-entry, on a right medial thigh and exit right postlateral thigh. Okay, those are the actual wounds. So again, it's already some inconsistency with the original report, because according to the original report, as I showed y'all, allegedly based off the video and what they saw in the video, Lil Tim shot King Von multiple times. And again, my question to everybody, let me pull up my video, is how could Lil Tim have shot King Von all of the times, okay, if he had his back turned during one of the shots? So while I'm pulling up the video, y'all let me know about it. Let me find it. Lil Tim. Right, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna use my video because I can't tell you where all them screenshots of the video, the shooting. But in the video, I already have the screenshot, so that's what I'm gonna use for us to have a conversation about it. All right, so let me get to it. And see, like I said, for those who don't know, y'all can go watch this. It's, I fully go over a lot of the stuff that I'm going over now. So I'm going to skip past all that. Oh, well, hold on. I might need to use this part. Okay, yeah. Let me show y'all that. So for those who don't know, like I said, the GBI investigation into King Von's murder is still open. As it said here, okay, the records in this case are part of a pending investigation or prosecution. And this was sent to me after Lil Tim charges were dropped, okay? And as y'all can see, the request was for Davon Bennett. So, again, this is from the GBI. All right? So, let me keep going. All right, we getting there. Where does it start? All right, hold on, let me listen.
We got to take it back. Before we do, though, examiner, what if Lil Tim really didn't do it? According to the medical examiner, Davon Bennett, aka King Von, cause of death was gunshot wounds of the torso and thighs. The manner of death is homicide. A total of 4 gunshot wounds are described. And what if it actually TMZ has the fight breaks out and it's caught on camera?
All right, now we get now.
Lil Tim pulls out a gun and shoots. One muzzle flash And it's about the 11-second mark.
And I know, let me put a little disclaimer. A lot of y'all say, y'all was saying, you don't see muzzle flashes all the time and all that. Again, this is how I'm interpreting the video, but you know, to each his own. I might do a video about gunshots, but anyway, just FYI, I see a lot of y'all been saying that under this video.
Give or take a second or so, okay? Another muzzle flash around the 12-second mark. Only 2 muzzle flashes, from my opinion, of course. King Von falls at the 12-second mark.
Y'all capping. Okay, now I'm gonna have to prove a point because somebody said in the chat. All right. Let me see. Let me get me a good reference point. I need, does anybody for sport actually shoot? And I'm saying for sport, hunting or whatever. Does anybody actually shoot a weapon? Has anybody shot a weapon at night? I need those people who either shoot for sport, are familiar with shooting firearms in the dark, to answer this question. Does the muzzle flash always happen? I'm going to tell y'all, my answer is yes. Because regardless, the gun is being fired, which is going to cause the muzzle flash. Jarvis said because he has a gun, he should know. And he said, no, it's not a muzzle flash every time. So that's going to be the first debate. We need to kind of get an understanding on that, because obviously that's a misconception from some people. Whether it's misconception that you do see one all the time, or it's misconception that you don't. So I feel like in this case, you know, that is, Group said, no, you don't see a muzzle flash. Don't always happen. And hold on, give me a second. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I definitely don't see how you don't see a muzzle flash when a gun is fired. The fire from the gun is happening, so how don't you see a flash? But I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong, but that's what we about to. I mean, I don't care if you was in the military. That really ain't got nothing to do with whether you know or not. But muzzle flash, why do people do that? Why do y'all do that? You say something to somebody about something they said, and then they be like, well, I was, you know, a combat warrior or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. That don't mean you right. And Jarkis, you kind of give me some pause, because I just seen one of your other comments. You don't really know all of what you're talking about. But I'm gonna wait till we get to that point of the story, because that's crazy. All right, I'm gonna stay focused. Let me. They're gonna be like, really? Why is you calling asking us that? Let's see. I'm gonna call the local gun range. I'm just gonna see if they're gonna answer my question. They might be like, why are you asking us that? I've always seen a flash. Maybe I ain't got the right weapon. I don't know. But let's see. I'm making a call, y'all. I'm on hold. Who using BB? Not the BB gun. Girl said he has he or she, I'm not sure what, have videos shooting and the muzzle flash is super inconsistent. Keyword is if it's in the dark. They might not answer my question, but let's see.
How may I help you?
Yes, I'm not sure if you can answer my question, but I just had a question as far as muzzle flashes. Does every weapon have a muzzle flash when it's shot?
Does every weapon have a muzzle?
Like, will you see the muzzle flash every time it's shot on every weapon, or is it some weapons?
It depends. On most handguns, you will have a slight muzzle flash. On subsonic rounds, especially like 22 rounds, you won't have a muzzle flash. And then on some rifles, they actually have a muzzle device, what's called a flash hider, that is meant to suppress that flash.
Okay, so you said like a 22 or a rifle or a gun with like a suppressant on it won't have the flash?
Yeah, if it has a flash hider on it, it will not have a flash.
Okay. All right. Well, that was my question. I thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great day.
You too. Bye. Okay. So it depends on the weapon. He said a 22, which I doubt it was a 22, but I don't think the coroner put what caliber weapon it was, but he said 22. Then he said if it has like a suppressor on it, and if it's a rifle, which allegedly, in our opinion, I think we can all agree it wasn't a rifle that was used. So I guess the jury, y'all know I'm going. I'll have a field test coming soon, but I still say my opinion is definitely, you're gonna see it. Now, Jarkus, I got to call you something else because I be getting tied up on your name. But I'm gonna call you Mercer. Mercer said, okay, that you're not gonna always see when you're shooting multiple times. Which, okay, I can give you that. But as long as it is at least a second in between, you know what I'm saying, the shots. But to be honest, we can't really say how long in between them shots was with Lil Tim. Well, we're gonna have to put a pin in that one because there's no way right now for me to like say factually just yet that's the case. Because based on what the guy at the gun store said, I mean, it still doesn't prove that we would have to prove that Tim had like a 22. I really don't think he had a 22, but that's just my opinion. Nothing says exactly what caliber weapon he had, but hold on, do it. Let me read that report again. Let me make sure, but I don't think it said it. Let's see. No, they don't say it. Okay. Do they say in the report? Nah, they just say it's a firearm, a handgun. They don't say what caliber handgun. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. right, I'm back, y'all. So the muzzle flash debate, we're gonna have to put a pin in it for further review. Let me write that down. Another field test coming soon. Renee, what the fuck is you talking about? What are you talking about? I know dyslexic is a real thing, but some of y'all got that shit real bad. Like, real bad. Like, what the fuck? Group says, I know for a fact there isn't a muzzle flash every shot. I mean, we can agree to disagree right now. I'm definitely going to do my homework on that one. So I got a question then, since let's just talk about it. If you know for a fact it isn't a muzzle flash, so what would make it not have a muzzle flash then? Elaborate on that. Because obviously we do see flashes. What it do, Lamar? So what would cause a gun not to have a muzzle flash? Because like the guy from the gun store, he gave a example of when it wouldn't. So if you know for a fact there isn't a muzzle flash every shot, do you know why it wouldn't be? If it's already having flashes? Because we do see flashes. Or is that possible to have that? Is it possible to determine that? Let me look on Rumble. Rumble, y'all mighty quiet. They said shit, we don't know. Rumble says shit, we do not know. So I'm gonna see if Grip can say that, because I wonder, is it a way you can tell why? Or is it just it pick and chooses when it flashes is the concept? Y'all let me know. So let me write that down on my notes. I'm gonna do my research on that too. Yeah, and that's what. So Lamar says suppressor is the only way it would not have one. And the gun store representative said that too, and also if it was like a rifle or like a 22. But of course, we don't know. Okay, and I say we don't know because the GBI nor Atlanta police ever released publicly what kind of gun it was. So you know what I'm saying. All right. Grip says lots of variables. Shorter barrels have unburned powder that burns outside the barrel. So in actuality, then, so what I'm taking from that is that the only way you can factually say it didn't have a muzzle flash is to know exactly what kind of gun it was, right? Or am I not understanding? Because that's what I'm taking from that. You have to know what kind of gun it is before you can say that. What it do, Anthony? Anthony said the flash caused by a gunpowder explosion in the barrel that pushes the bullet out. And see, that's why I'm saying, how can't it have a muzzle flash if you're firing a shot? So that's that whole explanation right there, Anthony, is why I'm saying, how wouldn't it have a flash? So that's why I'm trying to think, who else would know? I'm just gonna do my homework offline, and then look, y'all know I'll be back with my findings. But I really think, as far as I would need more review on it not having a muzzle flash, a handgun at that. Now remember, we're talking about a handgun. We talking about a handgun, but again, I do have a couple weapons, and I think I'm gonna go and normally I go to the range on Wednesdays. So sometime this week, hopefully I get there on Wednesday. But sometime this week, I'm going to go and I'm going to shoot different caliber weapons. And I'm going to see if you can see the flash. Oh, I might have to go to the outside range though when it's about to get dark. Because the whole thing is, would it be visible in dark? Like, can you still see it? So to be continued on that. I love having the debate though with people that actually can provide, you know what I'm saying, a response, a rebuttal. So shout out to Grip Aim, man, because he at least came back with the rebuttal with actual factual stuff, you know, or supporting evidence. See, these are the type of, you know, debates I like to have. What it do, Ann? Well, they still are saying there's an officer involved shooting for sure because the officers did fire a weapon. So yeah, you're right about that. Well, each round is its own entity and can react differently or have different loading. I hit the range daily with all kind of guns. They don't flash every time. So every handgun, so Gil, now you know I'm gonna refer, I think you're a YouTuber, so I'm gonna tag you when I finally do it. So you're saying every handgun don't flash. Now we only talking about handguns. We're not talking about rifles, shotguns, we're talking about handguns. You're saying every handgun don't flash every time it's shot. Is that what you're saying? Shout out to Group. Vaughn was always covered by Quando, then move out, hit Quando, pick up Vaughn up, so police hit Vaughn and not them. Jarkus, what are you talking about? We ain't even got to the police aspect yet. We still on the freaking muzzle flashes. See, that be the problem. Y'all know, y'all parents ever told y'all just don't listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll tell you something, but you talking about something totally different. They be like, yo, you're not listening. That's why you're not getting it. Come on. We're trying to not create more conspiracy or create more misunderstanding. Remember, y'all told me in the comments, and Jarkus, you was the main one today saying I'm not using common sense. So how can you actually understand something if you're not willing to break it down and talk about it at each aspect? That's what we're doing. This is the point of this live. Because like I told you, I've done videos on it already. The purpose of this live is to get understanding from a public view, because of course we don't know everything, obviously, right? But from a public understanding, we trying to get the business clear. You all the way in left field. Then you got the other lady that popped in here talking about, I don't even know what she was talking about, but sure. All right. Correct. The flash of handguns vary round and round. It's not an all or nothing thing. It's dynamic. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up on your girl Mickey Truth. Y'all already know I am live on Rumble as well as YouTube. Shout out to Paradox holding it down on Rumble. Shout out to Boredom over here on YouTube. Shout out to Boredom, period. Boredom definitely, okay, my mods are the best. I was getting people hitting me up saying, yo, you know one of your mods in law and crime telling them to pull up on you, okay? Oh, so shout out to y'all, man. All right, so right now, okay. Jarkus, I'm older than you, okay? We good. I'm just saying the police could not have shot Vaughn. Jarkus, whether you older than me or not, what that got to do with the cost of tea in China? Don't start deflating this early. Deflating too early. But does the first initial shot from handgun always have to flash, and the shot after might not flash? It can go either way. Okay. Danielle, what it do? Shout out to Danielle Houston. Okay. All right. So basically, to be continued on the muzzle flashes. You know, definitely got to do my homework on that one. Okay. A little bit. Again, that's my interpretation of it. But Grip does have, I'm going to be honest, Grip does make a great case. And when you add what he's saying with his experience that he said he has, it do make it make sense for sure. Now, I'm just not to the point where I can say I agree just yet because I got to do my field testing. But it do make, make sure, for sure. So, yeah. I appreciate it. Okay. I like these type of conversations when people actually bring knowledge to the table. Okay. Knowledge to the table. That we might just have learned some new shit just now. But yeah, we're gonna get back to that. All right. So we got the muzzle flash. We still gonna have to do a little bit more homework on. Okay. Now, according to what I saw, and again, this is me breaking down frame by frame the video, okay? I feel after that second flash. Now, if we go with what group is saying, where every shot doesn't have a flash, I'm just saying after the second flash, whether he had a shot multiple times or not, after that second flash, okay, King Von falls at the 12-second mark. Y'all welcome. And this is based off the TMZ version of the video. So for anybody who want to go back and check my timestamps, use the TMZ version of the video, okay? And to my view, right, King Von fell more to his right side, okay? Now, yes, it is a black figure still there, right, who, according to the police, is Quando Rondo, but he did fall to his right side, okay? In my opinion, of course. Y'all let me know if y'all feel the same way about it. Let's keep going with the video.
Falling more to his right side, if you ask me. He ends up slightly on top of a black figure. The police says it was Quando Rondo, and that's according to the actual arrest report for Lil Tim. The dark figure looks as if they're pinning King Von down, as the report says. And this is on the 15-second mark on the TMZ video. So make sure if you go behind to watch it, watch the TMZ video, because that's the one I watched.
Now, I want to say this also, okay? I do want to say that I don't think I said it in the video. I'm going to say it now. It does appear like he's pinned. Oh, no, I think I do. I'm going to wait. I think I say it in this video. I'm going to wait.
At the same mark, King Von's body lifts up with his backside facing away from the black figure. At the same time, Lil Tim's body jumps, meaning his feet is off the ground while facing King Von. Did King Von and Lil Tim get hit at the same time? Because that was my first reaction. 16-second mark, Lil Tim falls to the ground in fetal position.
All right. So for those who like, how can, you say Lil Tim ain't kill King Von? Well, again, the original report said that Lil Tim fired multiple shots into King Von, and that's what's the cause of his death. The coroner report comes out. It tells you where the entry wounds were. Then you watch the video, right? Because now you know where the entry wounds were. We went over that, where they went in. We now know one of the gunshots went into his buttocks, right? Again, if you watch the video where when Lil Tim was actually had the gun pointed and shooting, and we saw muzzle flashes, and again, it doesn't, at this point, for the argument, really doesn't matter if every flash or every shot came with a flash, because the way King Von was positioned when the shots took place, right? How did Lil Tim hit King Von in the buttocks? He was shot 4 times. So that's my question now. If Lil Tim, right, shot and killed King Von, how did King Von get shot in the buttocks? Can we agree that Lil Tim couldn't have shot him in the buttocks? Or do somebody believe that Lil Tim did, in fact, shoot him in the buttocks? Anybody want to tell me their thoughts on that? Let me check on Rumble. Rumble, y'all engaged. Y'all let me know. Like, does anybody think that Lil Tim could have shot King Von in the buttocks? And let me pull up the coroner report again. Okay. And it says right here, okay, penetrating gunshot wound of non-specific range of fire, entry in right buttocks, pathway through the soft tissues of the right buttocks, projectile recovered near the right side of the sacrum, direction right to left, upward, and back to front. So does anybody think that Lil Tim could have shot him in that area? Okay, so Mercer said yes. Can you elaborate why you believe that Lil Tim could have fired that shot? And at what point did that shot take place? Because again, my interpretation, I said in the video, is saying Lil Tim get lifted off his feet, right? At the same time that King Von body jumps while he's on his side and his legs go in the air, makes me believe it's possible that the same bullet, okay, or the same person firing bullets at that time hit Lil Tim and King Von at the same time. So I would say, Mercer, you're the only one right now that's saying yes, you think Lil Tim could have shot King Von in the buttocks. Can you elaborate a little bit of how that would have happened? No. It's not even about taking long. So Mercer said it doesn't take that long to shoot FBG double shot 16 times in 16 seconds. And you know what? Now that you said that, and it's also multiple shooters in FBG Duck's case too. So that really doesn't, go against what I'm saying that multiple people shot King Von. But what I'm saying is this. How or where in the video? Because a lot of us only saw Mercer. I'm trying, because I understand you're engaging in it, but you're not even paying attention. I'm not saying, okay, that you can't shoot nobody that quick. I'm saying at what point in the video did Lil Tim shoot King Von in the buttocks? That's what I'm saying. Not about how many times you can let off shots. How it entered his right buttocks. Am I tripping? Because Mercer and Grip, y'all say y'all are gun experts, right? So again, I'm not saying how many times a person can shoot in how many seconds. I am saying, okay, at what point in the video could it have been for Lil Tim to shoot King Von in the buttocks? For those who don't know what buttocks, in the ass. When in the video could that have happened? That's what I want to know. For those who say it's possible, when in the video, okay, could King Von have got shot in the rear end by, guess what? Lil Tim. I don't see their part in the video where it would have made sense that Lil Tim fired that shot. But I want one of y'all that says it is to tell me what timestamp. Okay, so now Mercer, you was the one who told me to use common sense. So how can you say it's not a way to know, but you're saying it's possible? Then technically you're just saying your opinion, right? You're not saying no facts. Now you was the main one. I was actually going to show you a comment at some point, which I'm still am when we finish, but how does that make sense? You can't say that I'm not speaking facts or I'm misleading people if you're misleading people, because you clearly said that Lil Tim could have shot King Von in the buttocks. I asked you, well, where in the video could that be seen? You said, well, it's no way to know. That's a misleading statement there. At least when I said I don't think Lil Tim shot King Von in the buttocks, I tell you why I don't think that. And I say when in the video, from what I can see, could have been when he was shot in the buttocks. You can't tell me where in the video it could have been. It's not. All right, because you can't see where the bullets go. Okay, granted, sure, boom. So if King Von is standing, when the shots are being let off from Lil Tim allegedly when he had an object in his hand, you're meaning to tell me that while he's standing, right, he was actually, let me pull up the actual point of the video. Because he was standing, he got shot in the rear end. Let me go to TMZ. Let me go to the exact video. I can't play the video. I'm going to try to do a little something with it, though. I'm waiting for the ad to stop. Justify what it do. No, we all have the same. It's only 2 videos that's out. The one angle from where you can see when King Von goes down, and the other one when it first took place. I'm gonna try my best to show just a snippet of it. All right. Lord, if y'all don't see this channel, y'all know. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna play 7 seconds of this video, okay? 7 seconds of it. As y'all can see, let me put this is, according to the description in the paperwork, this is Lil Tim, okay? This here, according to the paperwork, is King Von. The black figure down there is Quando Rondo, according to the police, okay? So again, Lil Tim, King Von, Quando Rondo. And this person here, Muwap. And don't give me the story about everybody else, okay? But those are the main people to look at, all right? 7 seconds of it. Let's go. King Von now falls. Okay, he now falls. Lil Tim retreats. So I'm going to ask again. At what point, okay, is that Lil Tim could have shot King Von in the buttocks? At what point? I'm going to play it again in a second. That's why I'm asking y'all. I'm asking you, when was the police able to shoot Von? Who, Mercer, when did I say? Now, listen to what I'm asking you. When did Mickey Truth say the police shot Von? That's what I'm missing. When did I say that? When did I say that? Now, what I have said is multiple people shot Von for shit show, without a doubt. This, what we talking about right now, is proving that, why I'm saying multiple people shot Von. I've never said the police shot Von, though. So I'm kind of confused why you're asking me that question if I ain't never said he shot him. Oh, Lord. Okay. So Mercer said he was still shooting when Von fell away from Tim. Okay, let's watch it one more time. Maybe you might have put me on something. Let's see. Let's see. Can I slow this down? That ain't did it. And then I messed it up. I think I done messed it up because now I'm blurry looking. Let me try this. True, go back. I'm not seeing that, Mercer. I'm not seeing it. And this is just, we're going to have to agree to disagree on that. I don't see how not King Von, Lil Tim was in a position to shoot King Von in the buttocks. I'm not seeing it. I do, however, seen King Von body get lifted up at the same time that Lil Tim jumps up. I'm just not seeing it. Maybe you can get a timestamp where I'm not seeing it. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not even a timestamp, to be honest, because we're literally watching it. I don't see where, where it can. And I'm gonna play it one more time because I don't see where it can. Don't see where it can. It's not even, I don't see it. The other ones, possibly. I don't see how Lil Tim shot him in the buttocks, though. Mm-hmm. Now, even then, look how King Von is standing. His buttocks is this way. So, from my opinion, okay, again, he's pointing towards, you would think, his chest area, the torso. Still shoot, okay. He fell. He's hit right there. I don't see it. I'm gonna say it again. In Mickey Truth opinion, look, I don't see it. I don't see Lil Tim being responsible for the buttock one. And I'm just gonna be real. I don't see it at all. Let me see what y'all was saying. If they draw charges, obviously none of the Tim bullets wounded up in Von. That's possible too. While Tim was shooting, Von turned away from him and fell away from him. So his gun was out. But I don't know. I really don't know. But hold on, I'm gonna play it again. At this point, you haven't played it this many times. Shoot him. Stop. He back up. Somebody is actually right there. I think somebody is right there. Or the door up? Nah, there ain't no door. Somebody's standing right there. Mm-hmm. At that same time, King Von is on his right side. His body jumps at the same time that Tim body jumps. When his butt that way, and you mean to tell me you don't think it's possible whoever just shot Lil Tim shot King Von in the buttocks? Your only response is that while Lil Tim was retreating, he had to still been shooting. See, he jumped right there at the same time. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just going to go with again. Whether his gun was out or not, Lil Tim, it's no way he shot King Von in the buttocks and he's getting shot at the same time. He did like a twirl in the air. Yes, I have seen. You can't see the shooting from the opposite angle. But what you can, I I mean, respectfully, even if his mama did say, his mama is not no investigator or nothing like that. So what you mean, keep it G? Whether his mama said it or not. A lot of people said Tim did it. Like, what are we talking about? And I'm glad you brought that up, OG Swank, because if you look at the other angle, and I got to get the video real quick, the officer that gets out this car gets out after all this takes place. Just for real. Y'all mad that Kevon got by a little. Hold on. Listen, your ass about to get blocked. Keep it G or whoever you supposed to be. Ain't nobody mad. It's a conversation. Let's just be real. And at the end of the day, okay, whether whoever shot him, Lil Tim ain't get convicted or charged with it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it really don't matter. This is more a conversation. Y'all be getting emotional as fuck about some of the shit. If you can't add value to the conversation, stay out the conversation. Period. Okay, and I don't be, look, this be the thing, like, if you can't really have a conversation, that would say shout out to Grimmie, even shout out to Mercer. Because again, they have a different view on it, but they can at least can provide some details to elaborate. Y'all be coming, oh, y'all mad because of this, and oh, y'all doing that, man. Get up out of here. Okay. Like, come on. I tell you, some people need an IQ test to be involved in certain fucking conversations or debates. So y'all ass be like, well, the ice cream man said this. Ain't nobody care what the ice cream man said. We're like literally looking at it from our perspective at the video. What do you see in the video? God damn. I tell y'all, that's why I be sometimes don't be wanting to have these type of conversations because y'all be reaching. But shout out to everybody that's adding actual substance to the conversation. This is all about, again, we don't know what they actually have down there on this case. All we know is what's publicly available in our opinions. This is what it's about. Okay? So, okay, what was it? Shout out to Hood TV said his girl said the cops did it way before anything was found out. And she did, Agent Doll. She did say that for sure. Yeah, y'all is tripping. I hear about some of y'all. All right, so Dirt said, now you talking about Dirt. Dirt said Von got killed by Tim Wynot. Said it's all O Block said it now. He don't, now the cops killed him, y'all. For one, what the hell Dirt got? Whatever Dirt said, Dirt wasn't even there. So what does Dirt saying whatever he said matter? On whoever else said, like, what does it matter? And again, y'all keep talking about the cops did it. Who the fuck said that over here? Mickey ain't said it. Like, come on, make it make sense. Y'all be so strolling through YouTube so heavy, y'all be getting mixed up with who's saying what. Never place do you see that Mickey said the police did it. What Mickey is saying is most of the people shot King Von. And we haven't even gotten to actual people on the scene talking. We still looking at the video. But I'm going to keep moving because it's like, it must have been, the hour up. Because I'm about to say, it's starting to just be like crazy. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's definitely a conspiracy. Paradise, I mean, right or left. He got shot in the right, but talks. Yeah, entry wound, right buttocks. All right, I'm gonna play this again because someone asked to rewind it real quick. And then we're gonna go on to some of the body cam from that night because the bouncer said some interesting things. So let's watch it. I kind of who I wonder if that's old buddy that went to jail that night. Cause like I told y'all, somebody is standing right here. Now, when I originally watched this in slow motion, I did thought this police officer had something to do. But like I said, when you watch the other angle, he didn't get out the car until after. But this guy is whoever was standing right here. I wonder. Let me see. I'm gonna play one more time, and we're gonna move on. I wonder if this is the guy that took the shot. Nah, listen, and y'all don't get the words confused. Not saying that Lil Tim didn't shoot him. What I'm saying, Lil Tim didn't shoot the fatal shot. And that's still my view on it. Not taking away that he shot him. I don't think he shot the fatal shot. I definitely feel like somebody else took a shot. And I feel like when Lil Tim got hit, King Von got hit by the same person that shot him. And again, whoever this person was is the person that was standing right now. And I can't say I wonder if this is the dude, the co-defendant that was on the original report. Interesting. But let's get into the actual footage real quick, because I had to go back and listen to it. And they say a couple things on this. So let's take a listen.
Radio. You got my everything fast, right? That's affirmative. I see you, but I don't know.
Pushing on the 425 zone 3.
Zone 3, unit deck ready, wait for the unit.
Hold on. I'm about to skip past some of this. I want to get to where the bouncer is talking.
Everybody in the parking lot, leaving out of here. Also, we're trying to get outside of vehicles, like they're getting out, let them get out. That's fine.
Y'all listen to what the conversation on the bounce is gonna be. What it do, ma'am? Hold on, I think I need the dude right there is in particular who I want to hear.
Okay, he gonna come out.
Okay. Yeah. Pay attention to it. This is the guy that's on the scene.
We have 1494 en route to Emory, and then we'll have all the basic stuff. I copy that. Talk about the radio. I'm still out at 75 Trinity. Does anyone need to go anywhere? I'm great. I want to understand that you so much necessary. If I'm sorry. I'm the X-Farm. Come on the radio. I want to understand that you so much necessary. Copy that. We go time. Who's the radio? I'll be interested.
I'm gonna let it play out because I don't want to skip next, but pay attention to when the bouncer gets talking.
Let them know it's going to be 257 Trinity. The intersections of Trinity and Ted Turner as a reference. Yeah, Trinity and Ted Turner as a reference. You copy that, Nick?
Okay, I got it. Because we've been looking, everybody keeps saying 75 Trinity. That was what's messing us up. But I copy.
I copy. That was the wrong location. The exact location is 257 Trinity.
Right, thank you.
All the answers. Niggas always fucking up something, man. I can't have nothing for these stupid ass niggas, man. Cause I don't know what the fuck just happened. What that shit? I'm talking about that shit that happened. If y'all would have been out here, you would have seen what I'm talking about. These motherfuckers just pulled up, jumping out the car, shooting. They knew whatever they was going on. Yeah, they was set up before they got down.
All right. So now again, this is one of the bouncers there. Now, what was odd to me is that they said they pulled up shooting. So again, I'm like, well, is the person who pulled up shooting, where did they pull up shooting at? Whose side was they on when I first heard it? Now he about to talk more into it. So I just want y'all to pay attention. Again, if everybody pay attention to the next few minutes of what the bouncer is saying, we might can actually have an actual conversation about this. Now, again, this is a person who was actively there, okay? I wasn't there. You wasn't there. You wasn't there. You wasn't there. This guy was there. He's literally talking in front of a police officer. He was there. Okay, the crime scene tape, he was there. Okay, so just keep that in mind before anybody jump in the chat saying who said what about what and who said this person was there. Okay, so I'm about to play it. I'm gonna let it play for like the next 5 minutes so we can hear exactly everything he said. So here we go.
Oh, he was dead. He fell, bro. When that dude fell over there, he was dead. He got back up. I don't know. I ain't been over there to check. No, that dude over there that was dead got up. White. Yeah, and he fell back there. I was sitting right here looking at it. Look, I was sitting right here looking at it. Then there was one right here. He had a gun in his hand. Look, he was shooting back. But the nigga that was shooting at him, whoever was shooting at him, it was him. Because I seen his body jump. He fell. I said, oh, shit. I said, that motherfucker, when he went every bullet he shot at. Yeah. I said, whoever that was, that nigga shooting. They pepper sprayed him? They pepper sprayed one of the police out there. Oh, the nigga don't they split up. Let them go take it to the street. They get my way about or move out their way. But at the same time, you got the cops out here doing their job. They gonna go to the car and get their shit, and they gonna start aiming at towards y'all. In the situation that we just had, the police was here already. They trying to get out. They trying to get in the police way. I want them to get in their way. No, they were trying to get us out of here, just like I would. I'm saying you had what's called officer, what's called right here running with his gun shooting. No, I'm talking about after the shit was over with. When the people started to get out, we held them in there while the fight was going on. Police and fireback. Yeah, police fireback. He shot a couple of them. I was surprised that he ran in the middle of it. He ran in the middle of the fight. With the beard? Yeah, of course. Yeah. He ran into a real nigga though. Hey, he did it last night too. He laid down everybody in the parking lot that was over there, whether they had something to do with it or not. He just bagged them up. You know, we gonna let him lead now. You know, that's his jurisdiction now. We gonna bag him up. I make sure one nobody gonna pull no gun on him. Have pull up. Yes. Hello. Yeah, it's bad down there. Yeah.
All right, pause it real quick before we talk about. I found the other angle. So I'm gonna show this one. It's like a minute video. I don't know what y'all think. That person ran behind the car. He ducked off quick as hell. Okay. Let me see if I can slow it down. You right. Let me see. Y'all gotta excuse the grandbaby, okay? I'm gonna slow it down. Slow. All right. Damn, I might have did it too slow, but let's see. Now I will say this. Now I still say this, that they don't have it classified, okay, as a justifiable homicide. I will say that. However, okay, if it does come out that was justified, I can see why, because I'm gonna be honest, that crowd do definitely look like they was with on Vaughn's side. It looked like they was definitely outnumbered Quando Rondo and them. But again, nothing doesn't say anything with justifiable homicide, not even the autopsy report, which I just recently got like a month ago. So all right. Okay, he hit right there. I'm trying to look at this crowd. Oh, shit, they didn't start adding special effects. I'm like, hold on, is that a flash? So it's it's a lot of moving parts. Now, if I heard the bouncer correctly, somebody actually get shot in that parking lot. Okay. Now the guy in the white shirt, okay, definitely is seen on that body cam footage across the street. And I'm about to see if I can find that part. Let me see what y'all saying. Hold on. Okay, so I wonder if Track was the one in the bubble coat, because I kind of thought dude favored him. Looked like the dude in the black hood shot Tim, ran around the van towards the cop. He could have gotten a shot by the police. Yeah, I can see that happening too. Look at the dude with the all black on driver's side. His arm looks like he shot and ran to the front of the car. That was Track running around in front of the car. He got shot in the leg. Okay. Hold on, let me run that back real quick. Why I thought they said somebody was in, I thought they was all in the car. They all was standing around. I just realized that. So is this Track right here? This person right there? I tell you what, Track down trying to run to go get in no fight. Tell you that much. The person that gets up in front of that police car, where the hell did they come from? Because if I'm seeing correctly, I see the figure that's behind the truck, but I don't see where the person is right there that's going to eventually be right there. But now I see him running. He ain't hit yet, though. He get hit now. Little Tim just got hit. I don't know about this one, y'all. For one, this video is just grainy as fuck. Whoever that dude is, I think it's the one the police gonna chase after. No, it's that dude. Yeah, it's a lot going on in that commotion. In this one for sure, it's harder to see what's what going on because again, the security guard, if y'all caught it, said somebody did get hit. Okay, on the side of that in that parking lot. I had the timestamps for these videos. I don't have it no more. Let me see the part. Okay, right here. So this is where they find allegedly Louis. Now, again, this will be the side of the street right here. Okay, the right side will be the side of the street where everything took place, the parking lot and all this. This is across the street from where everything took place. Okay.
male that got 20, he's going to be vehicle number
Police shot
34734.
him.
The male that got 20, he's going to be in vehicle number 34734.
Back up! Please! Back up! Tweaking, bro.
Somebody standing right here on these guns. Somebody standing right there.
So allegedly, this is supposed to be Louis. Now he does have on the outfit, okay, that again, you can see in earlier videos with the white shirt, blue pants, and things like that. But again, he is across the street, okay? He's across the street when this took place.
Fortunately, one supervisor on charge on the scene.
All right. Is somebody getting arrested right there? Now I'm gonna be honest. I've been trying to figure that out. Okay, it is some videos from that night, but I can't figure out exactly which one he was. I kind of felt like he was the one with the black jacket, like a black jean jacket, but I can't tell you exactly what Slutty had on for sure. But I think somebody's getting arrested right there, or at least detained right here.
Radio, you got my everything back, right?
That's affirmative.
I feel you, but I don't know.
So they walking back towards the scene. So just look at the distance where Louis is found. Okay, now the scene is down there where the actual shooting with Kevon and Lil Tim took place. Louis is up the street. Now, if that was him indeed behind that truck, he made it a long freaking way. Okay, to where he's sitting at now. So this is the same police car right here that we see. If that put in perspective, like where they are now, walking the scene. This is where I was about to say the wrong name. Quando Rondo and them truck was right here. So this is where everything transpired at. As y'all can see, I believe this is a firefighter, right? Going towards that way could mean someone is injured. And like I said, that security officer does say somebody, I don't know if he said got killed in the parking lot or somebody's dead in the parking lot, but he did say somebody got hit in the parking lot for sure.
The video that license plate number is going to be on Centennial Park. No
right, it was different scenes for sure. So they just walked past where the actual shooting took place. Now, right here, if I'm not mistaken, this is Boss Talk right here. Mm-hmm.
Lincoln Mary 10323.
First one, you okay?
That's the officer that got
separated.
Open the doors. Open the windows. Open the windows for this vehicle.
All right. So, like we saw Louis in there, and we saw Boss Talk. Okay. And yes, that is the legendary officer Francois that they said was actually Trent, but it's actually an officer named Francois that's talking with the accent. Okay.
Open the windows.
3697, that is suspect vehicle.
Come on, you gotta move into another car. Come on. Sorry.
They taking a stretcher to somebody. The ambulance is taking a stretcher to somebody.
I got a black Tahoe that just showed up. Copy Georgia said Robert Davis Sam, 779. I'm trying to see if this might be the GSW. Robert Davis Sam, 779. Look on the Trinity and Ted Turner. Hold through Trinity and Ted Turner. That's my second head. Trinity and Ted Turner. Person shot in the head. Trinity and Ted Turner.
Huh? If you need to move him, you gotta move him.
Okay.
Put that back in the trunk.
I got it.
All right, so they just announced on the walkie-talkie, if you called it, person shot in the head, Trinity and Ted Turner. That was where allegedly, right, Louis in the white shirt was sitting at. That would be consistent with him being the victim because Trinity and Ted Turner, okay?
I'm gonna
take him.
Okay, you gonna take him?
Yeah, just tell Larka that just tell Larka that the 20.
That's fine.
1293 is on time.
Okay.
Did she stop talking mid-serious?
Go ahead, sir.
All right, let's go.
What do you need assistance?
Got a 4 for him out there, right?
Let me get 2 additional units to Grady. And give me 2-3 units over here, 75 Trinity to extend the crime scene.
Come on.
Trinity. 1211 ready. Should be coming up 26 at Grady. 1313 to that unit. You have 3 zone 3 units stationed at Grady.
Yeah, so Officer Francois was pepper sprayed with the whole situation with Boss Talk and whatever was transpired with that. So he was pepper sprayed. That's why they're getting him out of there.
That. Let's get those additional units out here. 75 Trinity. 1493, copy that. Good go, how many do you have left? We need some more out here. Spot 3.
Yeah, the crime scene was definitely chaotic. So they just now about to take off.
Okay, you do have Brady on scene, correct?
Yes, what is that?
That's for one person. So we got 3 additional people that's been assisted also.
Now, all these people y'all see moving around was inside the club. So remember the security officer, they kept everybody in there. They wouldn't let anybody out.
Start us over, Brady.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all hear the commotion, the argument? Trying to see if he gonna walk.
What's up, man? How you doing, man? I'm good, bro. I had too much shit going on over here. Telling you, man.
1593 radio. 1593, the whole unit's out here. Let's push all these people outside of Pine Street. All of them. All the units on the other zone. That's it. Can push all these people outside of Pine Street. Every unit, 219 to Zone 5. We just had a gunshot wound come into Emory Midtown. 2 units, Emory Midtown.
Hey, let us out of here. Out.
All right, somebody's on the stretcher. All right, so that would be allegedly Louis, who look at the white shirt that's on the stretcher. Why the hell did they park all the way down? That's crazy that they parked all the way down there, but.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, look it out of here.
Hey, Black, you got more tape?
Another ambulance is pulling up right here. So that leads me to think somebody is injured over here.
Show me 26 at 6 injuries. Set me a 4-year for Officer Francois. 4 at 6 injuries, 190 Marietta.
Now I will say this, just because y'all know I'm used to like requesting stuff. I get what y'all saying about the timing of why it took so long. To be honest, it could have been just nobody requested it until 2 years later, to be honest. Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't got turned down in any Fulton County or Atlanta cases, but I definitely have been turned down in Chicago cases where for whatever reason they don't want to release it, right? So it could just be a matter of nobody requested it, to be honest. If we really think about it, nobody requested, to my understanding, as far as for the internet purpose, nobody requested Lil Tim's arrest report. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's like, could have just been a matter nobody requested it. Or if you want to go down the conspiracy ladder, it could be like, well, why now 2 years later, you know? But I think it could have been just a simple nobody requested it. Let me see. He was shot right there in the street, so I'm confused. I just want to know where the police was at that was able to come back down 2 people in the middle of a shootout, though. Boston said, I got so many questions. Did anyone from Vaughn's Camp return fire at any point? Allegedly, they said, you know, yeah, allegedly. And they said that's why officers return fire. Allegedly, of course. It happened so fast you couldn't even see the police on camera shooting. But I guarantee, there's a place where with the police shooting on camera where that footage is. Well, I'm gonna be honest. If it was actual footage of the police actually shooting, they're not gonna release it until GBI is done with their investigation. And like I told y'all, the investigation is still open. So they're not going to release anything like that if they actually have video, okay, of an officer firing a weapon. They're going to have that up under seal until the actual time, you know. So yeah. Now I will say the cop that's on scene, definitely that's in that car. He didn't get out the car until everything had to transpire. We didn't watch that on here. Like, he definitely, once you watch the other angle, he didn't get out the car. All right, y'all, I'm going to let this play for 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'm advising 740.
Yeah, we need one more unit to start in Midtown.
2596 is those two construction units unit number. Those two the construction unit number. We appreciate that. Well, that's what that don't do anything to bring me down. Hey, what a 78.
Yeah?
All right. So what we is there a back entrance out here?
I'm not sure, but we can check. If there's a back entry.
Find out for me.
Let's go take a look.
Okay, I'm back, y'all.
Nobody ain't gonna tell you clean shit.
Is there another back entry from this building? Is there a back entry? Huh? Can people get out of that area instead of coming to the ground field? Huh?
They said the ain't
They're
nobody
like,
right.
hell no, y'all ain't got to have no walk through there. Look, when shit pop out, that's why I get the hell on through. You will not have me stuck there.
I'm out. I'm going.
Can we get out?
Hey.
Can we go to our car?
I swear, people, look, listen. When we went to see Sukiana, when she came down to the city, and no damn people started acting crazy as hell, I got the hell up out of there before anything. I'm getting out of there. Out of there. I'm not waiting till no tape go up. I'm gonna be the one that's getting in the car hauling ass before the tape go up. But listen, so Ann said if the cop didn't shoot, why is GBI still investigating? No. They acknowledge. Now listen. And let me put that back up. They acknowledge that officers fired their weapon. So they're going to investigate because officers fired their weapon. Now, if it's done by the book, okay? Yes, I can, Zari. If it's done by the book, their weapons are turned over to GBI and all. So if any projectiles were collected from any of the victims, whether it was a living victim or deceased victim, they will have the service weapons of the officers that shot and they match up the bullets, okay? Nothing has been released stating confirmation that an officer actually killed someone, because remember, it is two decedents. They have not said that an officer actually killed anybody, but they did say, and they're not even acknowledging that an officer actually shot somebody. They're saying that they fired shots, though. So I know, and again, I'm going to speak from just my personal knowledge. I know here, they're not releasing none of that until a decision is made on if it was justifiable or not. I don't know. I will say it does make you think it's definitely something we're missing, and that's why the investigation is still open. I do, based off the verbiage of the email that they sent to me, I do feel like possibly somebody is going to eventually be charged in the overall investigation, to be honest. One thing that had me kind of scratching my head is if, okay, they ever got the gun that Lil Tim had. That's a question I wonder. Let me see. It says, why are they not telling who shots Unalive Vaughn? It could be a matter they don't know. To be honest, it could be a matter they don't know. According to the autopsy, only one projectile was found, recovered from the body of King Von. Okay. The other shots has exit wounds. So were they able to locate the projectiles on scene? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? you know? They dropped charges on him, which is weird. Well, not technically, because listen, for those who are not familiar, a lot of southern states, Georgia to be a fact, does have stand your ground. So, okay, if let's just say, for example, he did fire the fatal shot, right? If it was enough evidence to show that he stood his ground, they could get dropped, right? The reason why I'm not running with that it was self-defense as far as why the charge was dropped, because King Von death is not listed as a justifiable homicide. So that's my whole thing. Like, regardless of what, his death has not been changed to justifiable homicide. Anybody that has looked at a case with self-defense or something, matter of fact, let me see if I can give an example. Give me a second. If I can find one real quick. I might have to put this on our list to follow back up, because I know how ours work here, but every state is different, even if they let me see. All right, hold on. I was trying to catch up on y'all comments. Said Slutty shot Tim and the police shot Slut. They just, well, I don't know. Why do you say that he shot him? He had through and through bullets and no blood was gushing out. Now, at some point in the video, you do see some red spots on his shirt, or what appears to be that, you know? Do they have stand ground in Atlanta? They have self-defense. And I'm about to show y'all how it break down too. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. You don't technically have to be drenching in blood. It could have been internal bleed that eventually comes out. And I'm gonna be honest, based off the autopsy, and this is why I didn't break down the autopsy like that, because King Von definitely had a lot going on when he got shot. It did a lot of internal damage. So I definitely can see how possibly he did a lot of internal bleeding for sure. So even with XXXTentacion, he got shot in the neck. True, maybe the bullets didn't go through his body. All right, hold on. What I was about to show you, this right here. Let me just do this. Hold on. Because I wanted to pull it up actually from the... I guess I'll use this one. That's not a good one. All right, let me see what this one says. All right. So based on this is when use of force in defense of self of others, evidence of belief that force was necessary in murder or manslaughter. Hold on, let me see why this child is screaming. Shout out to OG. Salute. All right. So it says A person is justified in threatening or using force against another when and to the extent that he or she reasonably believes that such threat or force is necessary to defend himself or herself or a third person against such others' imminent use of unlawful force. However, except as provided in Code Section 16-3-23, a person is justified in using force which is intended or likely to cause death or great bodily harm only if he or she reasonably believes that such force is necessary to prevent death or great bodily injury to himself or herself or a third person, or to prevent the commission of a forcible felony. A person is not justified in using force under circumstances specified in subsection A of the Code section if he initially provokes the use of force against himself with the intent to use such force as an excuse to inflict bodily harm upon the assailant. 2 is attempting to committing, or fleeing after the commission or attempted commission of a felony. Or 3, was the aggressor or was engaged in combat by agreement unless he withdraws from the encounter and effectively communicate to such other person his intent to do so, and the other notwithstanding continues to threaten to continue the use of force. Okay. Then it says C, any rule, regulation, or policy of any agency of the state or any ordinance, resolution, rule, regulation, or policy of any county, municipality, or any political subdivision of the state which is in conflict with this code section shall be null, void, and of no force in effect. D, in a prosecution for murder or manslaughter, if a defendant raises a defense, okay, a justification provided by subsection A of this code section, the defendant, in order to establish the defendant's reasonable belief that the use of force or deadly force was immediately necessary, may be permitted to offer 1, relevant evidence that the defendant had been the victim of acts of family violence or child abuse committed by the deceased, as such acts are described in Code 19-13-1 and 19-15-1 respectively. And 2, relevant expert testimony regarding the condition of the mind of the defendant at the time of defense, including those, okay. Again, so that's pretty much what they're saying, right? So, but I say all that to say it still would be considered a justifiable homicide. Okay? Justifiable homicide. This has not been ruled a justifiable homicide. Okay? I not miss some of y'all comments. All right, so y'all know me commenting a lot. I appreciate y'all, but listen. Again, Lil Tim does pull out a gun allegedly from what the video shows. He does fire shots from what the video shows. Not taken away from that. Again, shooting a gun, even hitting someone, right? And they ultimately die, and your bullet was not what killed them, you can't be charged with murder. You know what I'm saying? You can't be charged with murder. So I'm not saying, that Lil Tim didn't shoot Kevon. Definitely just feel like he didn't fatally shoot Kevon, if that makes sense, right? And said, I don't think you should pull out a gun if one hasn't been pulled and call it self-defense. I'm gonna disagree. I actually believe in self-defense and stand your ground. Because again, it comes a point, especially when you're not provoking it or initiating it. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me how to protect myself. You get what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest, just in general, right? You can't tell me when I'm under threat from a person, I don't know what this person may or may not do, that I have to just do something else other than shoot to kill them, just to wait to see if they pull a gun on me. I think that's you a sitting duck at that point. Okay, like you don't know what harm a person. See, that's the whole point, right? With self-defense or stand your ground. People are unpredictable, like really. And this is not pertaining to King Von's situation or not. This is just in life. People are unpredictable, right? You would think, again, if you get in a car accident, right? A car hit you. You would think the person gonna sit there and wait and call the police and all that. Hold on, let me block somebody. We was doing so well. All right, so let me see what y'all said. In some states, you can get charged with murder even if you didn't kill them. In some southern states, if you start the gunfire and somebody died, you would get charged. Elaborate on that. What you mean? It's so, and I'm gonna speak on South Carolina because that's what I definitely know, right? You can't shoot somebody in the back that was trying to flee for sure. Like that's different. You know what I'm saying? You can't. That will be the difference between self-defense and murder, right? The threat has to be coming towards you, and in that time, it has to be no other choice for you other than to do that, right? Because we don't have to retreat here. You know, some places like you have to try to get away, and if you can't get away, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we just became open carry. Yep. It's not shoot to kill. It stopped. Well, no, deadly force. As far as South Carolina, you can use deadly force. What? Hold on, somebody just sent me a message. What you talking about? Okay, my bad, y'all. Somebody was on. Okay, I'm bad, y'all. So, why the hell have I always got the same song when I look away from 1 second, be wanting to? Oh, yeah, I hear Cali is strict for sure. All right, let me see. For example, if I start shooting at somebody and they return fire and my friend died, I can get okay. And I get what you're saying. Well, if you start shooting at somebody and they return fire and my friend dies, I can be okay. I see where you're going from. Say here in Michigan, we got open carry as well. Our self-defense law kind of different though, but I get what you're saying. Right, and that's why I always tell y'all, look, make sure you know your laws, okay? Because it's not no universal law to the self-defense or stand your ground, like for shit show. By all means, know your law, okay? Yeah, by all means, know your laws, okay? For sure. Even if you're traveling, know your laws, because what's cool in your hood or in your, I say hood, but in your state, don't mean that shit cool. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. Hell, North Carolina, right there, like you can get to the border of South Carolina, North Carolina in like an hour max. You know what I'm saying? Right there, it's right there, literally. However, you go over there, you can't open carry. You fuck around and get a whole brandishing charge, okay? So definitely you got to know your laws for sure, because it's different. For example, when I first started carrying a gun, this was before I even had a CWP. I first got my first gun and I wanted to carry it in my car, and people was telling me different things, right? They was like, oh, well, you got to do it this way. You can't have it in the car. You got me in the trunk. And I remember like, well, what the fuck the purpose of having a gun in the car for? You got to have it in the trunk. Then somebody was like, you had to remove the clip and have it in 2 separate spots. So, and this is what people around me was telling me. So I was like, man, let me get for real. I contacted my local police department and asked, right? And they told me exactly the legal way to carry a firearm in your car, right? Everybody I talked to was wrong, right? They said no, it can be loaded. It can't be on you, but it can be in your center console. It can be in your glove box, like that. It just has to be in one of them areas. Now, if I would have just listened to everybody around me, my ass would probably been moving around crazy. But you just got to understand what's going on. Because, yeah, they literally said I had to put it in the trunk. Okay. I feel like gun laws should be the same across the board, right? But they're used for political time. And I'm going to be honest, though. I get the point, but I don't see how it could be like across the board because different states have different things. Like for one, we hunt down here. You know what I'm saying? Like deer season is now. Like we hunt down here. So compared to Michigan, they don't. I don't know. Do y'all really be hunting in Michigan? I was about to use this example, but I had to think about it. But we hunt down here. We do things like that. It's just like I don't see how it can be universal because different areas we have different things. We at least need national reciprocity for concealed carry. Now I do feel that because what's tripping me out, like with the CWPs, and for those who got one, you can have a CWP that's good for certain states, but it's not good for other states, and that's aggravating. You know what I'm saying? Like that is aggravating, right? Where I'm legal to carry on my person my gun, right? But then I get 2 states over, they don't take my CWP, so it can turn from where I'm legally carrying a firearm to unlawfully carrying a firearm. I think they need to have more universal with that for sure. Where I'm at, you have to try and leave or avoid danger first if you are able to do so. Okay, yeah, and that's another thing too, people, like you got to pay attention, okay? If, okay, your state is a retreat state, right? Because some states you have to retreat or try to retreat first, and if you can't, then you can use force, but self-defense retreat states, let me see. All right, so, and all I did was just Google this real quick. Don't, again, do your own homework on that, okay? But this is just a Google, just to kind of give you an understanding. So it showed this particular site breaks down states with stand your ground. And you see the difference here? You see how all this here, right? It's red, meaning they got stand your ground. See South Carolina, Georgia, stand your ground. But you see these states right here, right at the top of North Carolina, Virginia. They don't have them, Cali, all that, New York. And you can tell the ones with no stand your ground is normally the ones with tougher gun laws, for sure. But yeah. And then they have duty to retreat. For those who don't know, right? It pertains to the use of deadly force. A state with a form of a duty to retreat policy expect individuals to attempt to retreat from imminent. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I don't know why some of these words be catching me up. Anyway, danger by running away or escaping the situation, which we were just talking about. So the following states currently have duty to retreat laws in place, meaning, again, you have to try to get away. Shout out to South Carolina for not standing for no shit like that. But these are the states, okay? Arkansas, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Iowa, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Missouri, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Jersey, New York, North Dakota, Rhode Island, Wisconsin, Wyoming. And you know what's crazy about that? When you have that in place, right? That's a way that your ass could definitely be in there for murder. You be done killed somebody and you could have had a chance to leave and you didn't leave. And guess what? You fucked up the law. You ain't followed the law. That's why I say you got to have an understanding of it, right? Now, and again, right, the castle doctrine. This is where, you know, according, let me read this before I give my own interpretation. All right, castle refers to a person's domain, often including house, office, or automobile. These laws are similar to stand your ground policies, but are limited to a person's property, right? And they use Trayvon Martin case, right? And it says did not fall under the castle doctrine because it's occurred outside of George Zimmerman's domain. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, here, and again, I'm talking about South Carolina, okay, if a person is fleeing, they could have broken your house, okay, if they are fleeing, trying to leave, and you shoot them, your ass going to get charged with murder, for sure. Again, so you got to understand the rules of that too, even for your own house. If they are leaving, you better catch their ass in the act, because if they are, hold on, I think I'm in the matrix. Hold on. All right. So if they are leaving here, you will get charged with murder. Okay. So just make sure y'all understand that. Okay. So are y'all talking about frog legs? But yeah, so we definitely hunt here. I want to hunt alligators. We don't have them here, but I wouldn't mind taking a trip to Louisiana to do alligators. But yeah, so it just, you know, I do get what everybody's saying as far as like, you know, kind of making it more of a common ground with it. But at the same time, I don't see how that can work. Because again, I'll be honest, I say it all the time. I definitely believe in right to bear arms, right? I believe to be able to, you know, have my weapons and be able to carry my weapons. I got a best friend though that believe it shouldn't be no weapons. Okay. So it's never gonna really be, because it's gonna always be people that believe in it. Y'all know I push for women to learn gun safety, learn how to use weapons, and a lot of women that come across, I'm actually about to do an event. I'm gonna have details coming soon for the first of the year though, because I do feel like more women should, although even if you don't want to carry a weapon, I feel like women should at least know how to utilize it. But a lot of women don't want to. They'll be like, oh, my husband got one, or you know, whatever, but that's gonna be useless if your husband ain't there to use it, you know. So I be trying to push women's self-defense, because at the end of the day, especially with the laws we have and with, you know, situations, you kind of do got to know whether you want to use it or not, you know. So that's just, you know, my whole little initiative with it. I just feel like, yeah, it's cool to carry mace, but at the same time, again, you just don't know, you know. But you know what though, and I'm not even talking about no like just a regular dispute that turns deadly, but just think about it. And I'm gonna talk to the ladies real quick. I can't be the only one, okay, that go through this. I could be leaving the store, right? I could have kids, you know what I'm saying, with me or not, but I can be leaving the store, and it can be a male, whether it's a alcoholic or, you know, drug user or somebody that's like laundering outside the store, and they approach you, right? Now, me as a woman, okay, for one, this man is approaching me that I don't know what they own, whatever. I mean, hell, you ain't even got to really know nothing about that. If you watch the news, you hear about shit like this. So my guard is already up. And hell, I don't know what the fuck type of time he on. He could be trying to be nice, asking me for some change, but in reality, about to fucking attack me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, I need to be able to protect myself. And again, some people can eat that shit when it comes to motherfucking mace. I don't know if y'all have seen it. People can get mace and still bounce back. And I ain't got time to see it. Hell, they can eat bullets sometimes. You know, you be have to shoot somebody 10 times to get them to stop. But again, everybody's choice to defend themselves is fine. I just feel like that should be a part of, you know, self-defense. You should know how to use it. Because again, even home defense, think about being at home. You at home, somebody is coming in. You don't know what they're coming to do. Maybe they are just coming to steal your TV. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they are whatever. They're coming in. You don't know what they're coming to do. Your husband is not home. You got the 45 in the closet. You don't even know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to use it. So that's why I say, even if you don't want to carry it, you need to know how to use it. You need to be able to load. I'm gonna tell you, my first, before I started hunting, because I'm gonna be honest, I started hunting deer because I needed practice with using a shotgun, right? And we was living in the country, and when I say country, I mean like dirt roads, trees and stuff. And I was still scared, okay, to shoot the gun, because I'm like, I don't want to just shoot the gun in open range. My husband used to always be like, man, ain't no police coming down here. I'm like, no, I don't want to shoot it. So we started hunting so that I can get familiar with shooting the shotgun. Before we started doing that, okay. Oh yeah, most definitely Paradise. I love going to the range, okay. Before I started hunting, I didn't know how to do it. If a motherfucker would have came in the house, at that point, I didn't even know how to load the shotgun. My husband tried to show me, but I just wasn't grasping it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know what the fuck to do. And at the time, that was the only gun in the house was the shotgun. I would have been up shit creek. Okay? So now, you know, I know how to use all guns now. But, you know, back then, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Deers are so innocent and nice. Are you saying they nice? Have y'all ever had a deer heat y'all call? Like got in the wreck with a deer? I'm just saying. Definitely. Oh yeah, I would definitely say a shotgun. Shotgun is definitely good home defense. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, shotgun was perfect for me, right? Because hell, I take my glasses off, I can't see. I need something that's gonna make something shake, and the shotgun definitely gonna make something shake. Okay. Just pointing at that direction. I don't even care if you can't aim well. Ain't nobody about to sit there and see if you can with no shotgun for sure. Oh yeah, deers run out. Let me tell you, because they're doing a lot of like building here. So they're cutting down a lot of trees, and them deers, man, they be coming out of nowhere. It's so many deers and car wrecks here. But yeah, and you know, deer meat is very a very common meat that a lot of people like to eat. So, you know. Yeah, man. Don't let it be on one. And again, y'all, I'm in the country, right? So, like, these roads, we got a lot of dark roads. Them deers be just out there, okay? And you lucky, because, like, them deers is something serious. For real. Them deers just be coming out of nowhere. Nowhere. Like, it'd be crazy. So I say that, ladies, man, look, at the end of the day, whether you don't want to like actually carry a weapon, shoot a weapon, whatever, you just at least need to know how. You at least need to have, especially, and I'm gonna be honest, whether definitely the single women, but if you got kids, you should be able to know by any means every weapon. You need to know how to use a knife. You need to know how to fight. You need to know how to use. You need to know it all. Okay, I'm just saying. And I'll be honest, I know a lot of people don't agree with it, but my kids know how to use weapons. They started, again, we used to hunt as a family. They started young. I started with BB guns, and then we worked our way up to the real thing. They done been to the range, all that. So, I mean, you don't have to do that, but again, it's definitely a lot that do. So why not, right? You can't control all, you know, the elements of life, but hey, whatever you can, okay? I remember I had a conversation with somebody before when I said that, and they was like, that's paranoia. I mean, you can call it paranoia, but again, I like to be prepared, okay? I'm just saying. Oh my gosh, not turning into zombies. No, I didn't hear that. But yeah. And it was so crazy. Like, I would have a heart attack if I hit an animal. Like, I can't, that shit was stressing me out. But, and then when you hear that I go hunt, you be like, what? Okay. For sure. My daughter wasn't in the weapon. I wish she would have done it competitively. But yeah, like, again, you, like, one thing about it, right, with me, it's like I'm be honest, before my husband was the only one with a weapon, and then we had the shotgun. I wasn't into guns, none of that. I didn't even know how to use one, hold one, none of that. I started having to travel to Charlotte, and that's why my husband taught me into getting a gun, because he was like, you're going to be on that road, you need to have a weapon. So I ended up getting my first gun, getting my CWP and all that. Now, since then, I done became just, weapons. I just like having them. Like, I got all different kinds now. So in the last 10 years, I definitely have collected a lot. But I say that to say, you just never know. And I haven't yet actually had to shoot nobody. And I had to pull it, but I haven't had to shoot nobody. But just the fact of knowing how to, you know what I'm saying, is definitely, where it goes. And I have them in my house. And I'm going to be honest, I don't like to lock them up, all of them. So, because again, it's supposed to be for home defense or something. I need to have accessibility. I don't have time to be going to find a damn key to unlock something when somebody's coming through the window or coming through the door. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to teach your kids what not to do and what to do. And I used to teach them that. Like even my God kids, I had to teach them too. I never took them to the range because their parents were with it. Now mine went. But you just got to keep, teach kids, what to do and what not to do with it. Okay, if they know it's not a toy and know not to play with it, just like anything else, they won't mess with it. And I just feel like that takes some of the curiosity. Not saying it's going to eliminate it, but it takes some of the curiosity out, because if you don't talk to them, show them what it is and that it's not a toy not to be played with, they're not going to be curious to find out if it's a toy or not. You know what I'm saying? Again, some may still be curious. Luckily, mine was never curious. Okay, so I never had any mishaps, but that's just my opinion. But I definitely push, okay, for kids to each his own if you want your kids to learn how to or not. But what I would say, I definitely push for women to know. I know police departments offer self-defense classes where that you can learn like the maneuvers. But I definitely recommend they got classes at your local gun range. Go take them. If you have a husband or a significant or just a man, period, could be a brother, uncle that's familiar with guns, go to the range with them. I know here they have like women shoot for free days. You don't want to spend the money, then go on a free night. You don't even have to have a gun. You can rent one of their guns. I do it from time to time. If it's a new gun I'm looking to get and I want to test it out before I buy it, I'll go practice with it at the range. So, like I said, next year I'm going to push it a little bit heavier. Every now and then I'll show or do my little reels on women needing to know how to protect themselves when it comes to weapons. So, we'll have that conversation, but I'm going to push it more come the first of the year. Now, while I'm here, I do want to, now, I probably should do a second video, but I'm going to say it, and then I'll clip it off and just alone. So, I did the whole, hold up, the test as far as and I'm glad I do got some experts in the chat. So, when we was going over the YNW Melly situation, where in the book it said, if the the shell casing hit the bag that was in the back seat of the car, would it have melted it or would it have turned like brown? And I told y'all I was going to do a video about it. Now, in this video, I didn't per se do the ending, but I'm about to show y'all, or I'm about to clarify what happened. So we're going to watch this first, and then we'll go from there.
Never let it run up.
Hold on, y'all. I got to change it, man. I'm about to say, why is it doing that? Okay, hold on. All right, here we go.
Pistol pack it, never lack it. Run up those bitches that I had.
My bad. I'm over here talking on mute. So the results of it was this. If y'all was on my Rumble the other day, y'all already know the answer to it. Well, the bag did not have any holes and it didn't melt the bag. Okay. And you're right, Grip. I will agree with you. And I did my field test. Okay. It didn't melt the bag. I'm actually about to pull up the actual because I got a video of it. But it didn't melt the bag. It wasn't even no burnt parts in it. None of that. Like, now I will say though, the shell cases did have like a black like mark on them for sure, but it didn't melt the bag though. Let me find a video real quick. I'm trying to find it. Okay, that's not the one. Give me a second. I gotta find on my Rumble. Did I pass it? Wasn't it this video? All right, hold on. I'm just gonna have to show the raw video because All right. Let me share my screen. Y'all give me a second. Bear with me here. All right, pause for a second. I got to do it this way. All right. Hold on. All right. Hold on. My bad about the noise. I had to readjust it. All right, let me try this again. All right, here we go. All right, as y'all can see, I did not use a white bag because I hadn't forgot about the bags and had to grab what they had at the gun range. It was black, but it's no holes that was placed. And I like the video, so I had to shoot 57 damn times to even get some shell casings to go in there. But see, the bags was fine. No holes. no nothing. Like it didn't even feel burnt or anything. Like it didn't feel like nothing. So based off my field test, I'm gonna say, nah, it's not just as simple as it would have been hot. Okay. Or it would have melted that plastic bag. So that really wasn't a good point. Now, what I can say is this: as far as the melon case, you can argue that possibly the shell casing was there prior, for sure. However, you can also argue that it was brought on during the murder, because again, it 20 something rounds in a bag and no burning, no holes, no nothing. So that's the results of that field test. Like I said, I'm still going to do the muzzle flash test too. I'm gonna figure out how to do that, and then we'll see. But yeah, that's where we at, man. I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get off live. I want to come on and talk about the whole King Von situation. I think during this live we definitely have cleared up some things. Shout out to everybody that provided good insight into their opinions on it. I really appreciate it. It was a good conversation. We had a couple tweakers, but we got them up out of here, and it was overall I think we did great. We had a great conversation. Now we still got more conversations to have, but we definitely had a great conversation, right? And shoot, that's really where it's at. Like I said, it's definitely multiple shooters as far as King Von. Now, can I say who the multiple shooters were? No, I can't. I still say I don't believe Lil Tim fired the fatal shot, but again, that's my opinion on that. Because right now, the GBI ain't saying nothing, right? And the investigation is still open. So, maybe years from now or whatever, one day they're going to have to close it out at some point, and we'll know more. But yeah, anybody got any questions that maybe I want to go ahead and put an ending to, or we pretty good with what we got so far? Y'all let me know. Y'all know I like to end at an equal time. Shout out to everybody that pulled up though. It was a spare in the moment live. But I be knowing, even though I be sparing them on, y'all gonna pull up. Y'all may trickle in a little slow, but we gonna get there. Let me check my comments and see if anybody. I guess we can talk about. I hadn't totally forgot about that. Hold on. People are crazy. Okay. I do want to address this, okay? Because a lot of people, and I see this little troll account is in. Listen, at the end of the day, everybody be like, when I do drop content that's opinionated based off my interpretation of facts, they say I lose credibility. Not at all. Not at all. Because at the end of the day, I never push nobody to take my thought process. Okay, people come to me for the actual facts of a situation, regardless of how I feel about it. The same way most of them would have been like, oh, I'm gonna come back and say the bag melted. Nah, like that's not a fact. So again, y'all be killing me with that. Okay, like my credibility is just fine. Okay, because one thing about it, I'm gonna let you know what it is, period. Now I may say this is how I'm viewing it, but again, that's just me. You ain't got to think like that. And I don't know why people be trying to run that narrative. That shit be aggravating. I be like, so what you're saying is you don't know how to make your own thought process. Okay, cool. Another video I dropped today, and I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because it's like kind of just like I think it's just gonna be one of them conversations where to each his own, really. Let me pull it up real quick. Definitely. Shout out to Boredom. Boredom be coming through, okay? All right, let me see. So I dropped another reaction today. In regards to Lil Durk and King Von, Atlanta case. Okay. Stop it. All right. So Charleston White said that Lil Durk snitched on King Von. And again, I will be the first to say in the beginning, okay, before paperwork was available and all that, and how Durk down case disappeared and all that, it was questionable, right? But at this point in time, I don't understand why that's still the narrative. When at this point in time, we have now the paperwork, right? To say, yes, King Von case was dismissed first. Durk case was dismissed next. Bezu case was dismissed last, right? Everybody was wondering why everybody else's case dismissed, but not Bezu case. And then when the actual police report, okay, get put out, we now know why Bezu case was dismissed last, right? Because he was in the actual car when the shooting took place, right? They had an actual witness that got shot that was corroborating that first. You get what I'm saying? So my question is still the same to those who keep pushing our narrative. What did Durk tell on Von about? Von didn't shoot the victim, right? Even before that paperwork came out, we saw Von in the video, which of course nobody knew it was per se Von, but now that we know per the document that it was Von, we saw a person in a dark colored coat running across the screen that wasn't in the car. We saw the victim get out of the car limping and doing all that. So it's like, you know, like I'm all for the content, but it'd be like hearing some of this stuff just be like, oh my gosh, like, why is that still going on when now it's on to something else? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's on to something else. Oh, this was a good question. Somebody wrote under this video, Durk is a felon. He had a gun. Why was he not charged? And I'm going to say this again, right? Yes, Durk is definitely a felon. Ain't no way around that. However, they had to prove, right, with the evidence or whatever they had, that Durk had an actual gun in his possession. Now, yes, the witness does identify, the victim does identify Durk as being the driver of the other car, right? However, if he's not corroborating anymore and that granny ass video ain't enough, how can they charge him with a weapons charge? If that makes sense. Because just saying, oh, that's Durk in the video, you can't just go off of that as far as the investigation. You have to have evidence of, like, do it. Did you find GSR on Durk's hands afterwards? You know what I'm saying? Did you find Durk in possession actually with the weapon? Like, it's different things. And with that case, I really don't think they really had evidence. They had the victim cooperating, which ultimately changed his mind from doing that. They don't got nothing. Now, I'm pretty sure, you know, a lot of people probably gonna run with what they want to. It's cool, but it comes a point where we got to kind of like go to a different, you know, a different situation. Like, I get everybody that got the Durk conspiracies, and don't get it wrong. Some of them are definitely interesting enough, okay? However, this Atlanta case, it's time to put that one to bed because that's not it. It may be a case out there. That's just not it, in my opinion, right? That's just not it. The evidence is out on that. It's just, that's not the case. It may be something else, but, you know. But, y'all, I am at the 3-hour mark. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to get up off of here. I do believe we're supposed to be going live later on. To talk about, we talking about regular stuff. We were supposed to do it last night, but we got sidetracked on Triple Threat. I'm not sure exactly what time we're supposed to do it, but we'll be live later on, I believe. If not, don't hold it to me, but I think we're supposed to be live later on tonight. But until then, y'all have a good evening. Enjoy y'all day, and I'll holler at y'all later.